Most celebrities get rich, a few become legends, but only a handful become billionaires. A rapper sells sneakers like they're gold bars. A singer turns heartbreak into a $2 billion tour. A filmmaker trades his salary for toy rights and wins the galaxy. This is celebrities who became billionaires and how they did it. Explained. Rihanna. Rihanna wasn't the first celebrity to launch a makeup brand, but she was the first to make it feel like everyone belonged. When Fenty Beauty dropped in 2017, it wasn't just another product launch, it was a cultural moment. Backed by LVMH, Rihanna's line offered 40 foundation shades from day one. Suddenly, inclusivity wasn't optional, it was the new standard. Fenty Beauty exploded, earning over $550 million in its first year. Rihanna also co-owned Savage X Fenty, a lingerie brand that mirrors her mission for diversity and body positivity. But it all started with the music. Her albums and hits laid the foundation, but it was the business that built her fortune. As of 2025, Rihanna's net worth sits at $1.4 billion, proving that vision matters more than volume. Jay-Z once said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman," and he meant it. From the early days of Rockefeller Records to his empire now worth over $2.5 billion, Jay-Z didn't just ride trends, he set them. He co-founded Roc Nation, launched Douce Cognac, and invested in Tidal, a music streaming platform that put artist ownership front and center. Then came Armand de Brignac, his luxury champagne brand, which he sold a 50% stake in to LVMH. Jay-Z's success isn't just about what he owns, it's about when he sells. He times exits like a chess player. He also made it a priority to own his masters, his label, and his name. In an industry where so many artists get chewed up and spit out, Jay-Z flipped the game. He's no longer just part of hip-hop history, he's one of its richest architects. Oprah Winfrey, she didn't just dominate daytime TV, she redefined what a media mogul could be. After conquering television with The Oprah Winfrey Show, she launched Harpo Productions, which gave her ownership over her content. That move alone made her one of the most powerful people in entertainment. She later founded the OWN network and took a major stake in Weight Watchers, now WW, which skyrocketed after her endorsement. Oprah didn't chase quick cash. She built slowly, with purpose, reinvesting into companies she believed in. By 2025, her net worth had grown to nearly $2.8 billion. And even though she's scaled back on public appearances, her influence is still massive. Oprah proved that you don't need to be everywhere, you just need to own where you are. Tyler Perry. He's the perfect example of what happens when you bet on yourself. After years of being rejected by Hollywood, he decided to build his own lane and then his own studio. Today, Perry owns 100% of his films, TV shows, and the massive Tyler Perry Studios complex in Atlanta. It's one of the largest film production facilities in the US, and it's entirely Black-owned. His Medea films may not have won Oscars, but they made hundreds of millions at the box office. And because Perry owned everything, the profits came straight to him. While other stars waited for roles, he wrote, directed, produced, and starred in his own. That ownership made him a billionaire. Not just rich, but wealthy in a way that changes generations. Perry didn't just get a seat at the table, he built the table himself. Built Kim Kardashian. She knows how to monetize attention better than almost anyone. People rolled their eyes when she launched a shapewear brand, but Skims is now valued at over $4 billion. That success didn't happen by accident. Kardashian used her social media presence like a laser. She created a brand that solved real problems, with inclusive sizing, smart marketing, and direct-to-consumer efficiency. Before that, she launched KKW Beauty, which also became a major player in the cosmetics world before she sold a 20% stake for $200 million. Say what you want about her fame, but Kim isn't just reality TV anymore. She's a marketing machine. With every product, she understands the psychology of her audience. That kind of brand control and adaptability pushed her net worth past $1 billion. She turned selfies into strategy, and it paid off. Then there's Kanye West, or Ye, whose path to billionaire status has been anything but smooth. At one point, his Yeezy brand, in partnership with Adidas, was worth over $2 billion alone. The shoes became cultural staples, sold-out drops, hype-driven scarcity, and iconic designs. But in 2022, Adidas terminated the partnership after a wave of controversies. That decision wiped out a massive portion of his net worth. Still, even without Adidas, Ye retains ownership of Yeezy's IP and has continued to generate revenue through independent releases and partnerships. His story is one of volatility, but also resilience. He rose to the top, lost it almost overnight, and still remains one of the wealthiest artists in the world. If there's a comeback on the horizon, Ye is the type to make it happen. Michael Jordan. He didn't become a billionaire by just being the greatest basketball player of all time. He did it by owning a brand that outlived his career. The Air Jordan line under Nike isn't just a sneaker, it's a cultural movement. The Jordan brand now brings in over $5 billion annually for Nike, with MJ getting a healthy cut of every sale. But he didn't stop there. He bought a majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets in 2010 for $275 million. In 2023, he sold most of that stake, cashing out with massive returns that helped push his net worth over the $3 billion mark. Jordan made more off his image than most athletes make in a lifetime. He proved that excellence on the court can translate into empire off it. Taylor Swift. She did what no one else in music had done before. She hit billionaire status from music alone. No clothing line, no makeup brand, no tequila empire, just music, touring, and the loyalty of millions of fans. In 2023, her Eras Tour became the highest-grossing tour of all time, bringing in over $2 billion. That's not a typo. Combine that with her box office hit, the Eras Tour concert film, and Swift's earnings reached a new stratosphere. She also owns the rights to her music after re-recording her old albums, giving her full control over one of the most valuable catalogs in the industry. With over 82 million monthly listeners on Spotify and physical sales still strong, Swift did the impossible. She became a billionaire without leaving the studio. No brand extensions, just branding brilliance. Then there's George Lucas, who became a billionaire by creating the lane itself. When he wrote and directed Star Wars, Lucas didn't just make a film, he built an entire universe. But the real genius wasn't the movie, it was the merchandise. Back in 1977, studios didn't think movie toys would sell, so Lucas cut a deal. He'd take a smaller directing fee if he could keep the merchandising rights. That single decision turned into billions. Star Wars action figures, Lego sets, lunchboxes, books, and video games built a merchandising empire. By the time Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney for $4.05 billion in 2012, he already owned 100% of it. That deal, half in cash, half in Disney stock, shot his net worth past $5 billion, and that's after giving much of it away to education-focused charities. Lucas didn't just create a story. He created a brand that lived on shelves, screens, and imaginations everywhere. Steven Spielberg is worth about $5.3 billion in 2025, making him the richest celebrity in the world. And he earned it by being more than just a director. Spielberg turned his movies into long-term money. When Jaws came out in 1975, he didn't just take a flat paycheck, he made sure he got a cut of the profits. Same with E.T. Those deals made him tens of millions. But the smartest move? Theme parks. Universal wanted to build rides based on his movies, so Spielberg made a deal to get a percentage of ticket sales every single year. Even now, every time someone visits Universal Studios, Spielberg gets paid. He also co-founded Amblin and DreamWorks, which gave him control over hit after hit, Back to the Future, Saving Private Ryan, Shrek, and more. When DreamWorks was sold, Spielberg walked away with hundreds of millions. He didn't just make movies, he made ownership deals. While others focused on fame, Spielberg focused on leverage. That's how you become a billionaire in Hollywood. LeBron James. He didn't just play the game, he completely changed it. Most athletes make money from contracts and sneaker deals. LeBron did that too, but then he did something smarter. He asked for ownership. Not just a paycheck, but a piece of the pie. He signed a lifetime deal with Nike, estimated to be worth around $1 billion. That alone transformed him from superstar to legend. But LeBron wasn't just betting on Nike, he was betting on himself. From there, he built Spring Hill, a media company that produces movies, shows, and documentaries. LeBron isn't merely starring, he's producing, creating, and owning the content. He got early into Blaze Pizza, investing less than $1 million. By the time word got out, that stake was worth about $25 million. It's a classic bet early, win big play. He also bought stakes in sports franchises like the Boston Red Sox and Liverpool FC because he knows sports teams appreciate over time. He even started a wellness and nutrition company, Open Fit, and launched I Promise School for underprivileged kids in Akron, showing that legacy isn't just about money. By 2022, all of these moves added up, earning him a spot among the billionaire club. Today, LeBron's estimated net worth is around $1.2 billion. And here's the thing, he's still an active player. More rebounds, more championships, and more business moves on the horizon. LeBron didn't just break records, he built an empire, and he's far from finished. So what's the real secret? It's not just fame, it's ownership. These stars didn't just cash checks, they made the deals, built the brands, and stayed in control. They didn't follow the rules, they wrote their own. Because real wealth doesn't come from being the face of the brand, it comes from being the brand. Like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments below, whose billionaire playbook would you follow? Rihanna, Jay-Z, LeBron? And if you want more videos like these, check out this next one. See you next time.